Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's read is going to be on the beautiful lunar eclipse. It's going to be taking place on the 5th. Lunar eclipse in Sagittarius right here. I'm a Sagittarius and I'm loving this energy for everybody, you guys, because Sagittarius, as you know, is ruled by Jupiter, which is expansion and new ideas and feeling the love, feeling alive, feeling joy, beautiful, creative, feeling inspired to take action and really feeling our dreams coming into fruition and that beautiful energy that comes with that. Just feeling connected, with our best selves, our most harmonic selves, our unique way that we express our true authenticity. How sometimes we just put our arm on someone's shoulder we love and we smile at them and we make them feel good. And I love this particular energy because it gives us permission to just slow it all down, take it all in, go through life with calmness and perseverance and quietude and balance and feel good and feel together. You're light, you're radiant, you're going to be more fluid in what you're doing. And, you're going to be able to course correct. Because when we're going like a bat out of hell and so fast, we don't necessarily see what's triggering us if we're just working on subconscious knee-jerk reactions, or if we're actually aware and planted and grounded before we speak and act, right? Here's a little thing I'll give you a little tip about yesterday that just came back and I'd forgotten all about it. Yesterday, I got pulled over by not one, but two state troopers. And I've got to tell you, it was in the most erratic, crazy manner because there was construction on the exit I was about to get off in the following exit. So I was legit like 200 maybe yards away from that. So I was just following the crowd. Everybody got down into the breakdown lane and they were just going. And I was just following suit, but I didn't realize, as you drive over those divots that say you're in the breakdown lane, but I was like, I thought for some reason, just because everybody was over there, that it was all right and that was my lane. Hell no, I was the last one in the lane before the state police came, and what they wanted to do is use that lane to get over and get through, but we were all blocking it, so obviously it wasn't making them feel great, so I was the last one in that line, and I got pulled over. But I've got to say, the guy was such a nice gentleman, and he was so cute because he knew that what was going on, and everything was chalk or block. So the first thing I did was, I tell you, I was so before I centered and connected and said, all is well, calm down, I actually went to get out of my car. That's how spun up I was, because I didn't know what was going on. I'm very rarely pulled over. I didn't know what the process was. And I remembered seeing it in shows and how it actually made them mad when you get out of your car. So I was like, whoa, take a deep breath. So I went in my glove compartment, handed out my license, and he's like, do you realize what's going on? And I said, yes. I said, I didn't want to stay in this lane, but I actually couldn't get back into traffic. Nobody was allowing anybody in. I said, in fact, somebody almost caused an accident because they were coming to get off the exit, realized it was too soon, and then cut me and another car off. I said, so it was a potential accident. That's why I stayed in this lane. And I realized what's going on. And he said, okay. He goes, it is an arrestable offense. He goes, because it is an emergency lane. He goes, but I'm going to let you off with a warning because clearly I see what's going on. But by taking a breath and just calming down and realizing, if you see this on any show, the most important thing to do is just keep your wits about you and listen. Don't try to over talk over them. Don't try to insist on what's going on. State your case quickly and clearly and let them get on with it. They appreciate that. They know what's going on. They obviously see and they're aware, right? If you get defensive or hyperactive and you don't let them speak, it's like they don't like that. And it all worked out well. But I gotta tell you guys, my heart was like a thumpity thump, because then when I thought it's arrestable, I'm like, what is the thing? And it was so funny because he said something very strange. He goes, I'm just the spokesperson for my chief who is in the car behind me. And they were obviously state police. And I thought, I knew that they probably had to police that area because of all the construction. But I thought, oh my gosh, could you imagine if you had to leave your car and you got taken away in the police car? I was like, I don't need this. But it was really something funny. But I took a deep breath and I was like, all is well, and it's funny because I just posted something on Instagram saying how life is simple and life is easy. And that helped me because I was like, just breathe. You didn't do anything that a ton of other people aren't doing, and you're actually stuck in this position. So it's not like you're intentionally staying in this lane. So it was like, yeah, always do that in your life. If you know you're not intentionally doing something wrong, don't act like that. You ever, when you're pulled over, people say immediately they feel like they're guilty of something. And Same thing when people are like, why are you doing that? You feel like you have to be defensive. You don't. And this eclipse is going to show us we don't have to be defensive. We go with the flow, we listen well, and then we learn, right? So that was me. I was almost in the clinker. That would have been weird. I'm like, bail, please. Party of one was too crazy. But I was like, I came away with a funny story. And he was actually really nice too, because he was holding my license. And he goes, well, you obviously been driving for a while. What are you, like 30, 35? And I started laughing. And he was holding my license. And I thought, he can do math. And he looks at me and he looks at my license. He goes, no, I can't do math. And so he was just trying to make light of it, because he knew that, like, I was a little shook for a moment, because right after he mentioned the fact this is an arrestable offense, I was like, what? I'm like, then what about the 15 people in front of me and the people blocking me? But it was just one of those things where he alleviated that pressure, because I wasn't acting defensive or crazy, which some people do, right? It's what we do afterward and all of that. So I'm going to tell you guys your choices, and then you also have key choices here too. But right before we start, I want to show you, I'm going to put it back on my finger because I want you guys to win this. Come over to my Instagram. I got some emeralds from Colombia and some beautiful topaz and white topazes. So I'm going to be giving this away on Friday. If you subscribe over here and you come over and follow me on Instagram, you're automatically entered to win this. And I do like weekly giveaways for reads, or you can pick anything out of my store. But this, after, you know, it was made and complete, I'm like, I don't even really want to price this. I just want to give it away as a gift. Again, you guys, you can come over and see it over there. So come join me over there. It's Sparkwrist11. My links are down below, and come get in on all the fun. I do daily posts and memes and all this fun stuff, and it's a great tribe, and I would love to see you guys over there. So on your reads too, you're also going to have association key, because I'm going to start to use these key charms. I really like them. So here are your choices. And this is what this eclipse and this new time frame and this energy is going to bring to you. So number 1 is magical blessings. Number 2 is manifestation. And number 3 is magical gateway. I'll give you one moment to have a quick glimpse of those and see what speaks to you. It can be anything, the color, the keys, the wording, and I'll let you make your choice. You guys, comment down below if you get really nervous when you see police cars and you automatically assume like they're after you. And I didn't know the procedure. Like when they turn on their flashing lights behind you, I'm like, do they want me to go left back out into this traffic so they can get by? And that's exactly what I did. But then they got behind me out in there. So then I realized what was going on. I was like, oh my God. I was so lucky I had my license and everything. They only looked at my license, but I was like, it was a crazy scenario. And it's so funny because you just never know what's going to go down, right? Especially in the climate, what's going on. I was like, oh my God, it was crazy. So you guys, we're going to start with magical blessings. So right away, I'm going to flip over your key and we're going to see what's going on. So you have secrets. So you guys, some of this, I feel like for some of you, you do have secret admirers, and they're going to be coming out. They're realizing, why keep this to myself? You make them feel special, alive, and vibrant, and they want you to feel that they know and feel connected to them. But this also is pertaining to maybe a good family secret that you didn't know about. Like somebody accomplished something really cool in your family and they just kind of kept it under wraps. Something of that nature. Somebody might be having, I feel like there's babies coming to you, you're going to hear about in the very, very near future as well. That's part of the magical blessings. So whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. They say that you can bless others too. I feel like you have this countenance and this kind of energy around you right now that is really healing and really contagious. Like your moods can be contagious. So if you're happy, you're providing somebody else with a higher vibration and a good energy, and you're able to do that, without even really trying. So I'm going to pull you 2 more cards and we're going to see what's going on with that. So you have fortune. So I also feel like right now, this is the key of fortune favors the bold. If you have an idea and insight to something, go do this. You have really great energy around you. It's radiant, it's light, it's healing, and it is also has the potential for all things that you want to manifest. So really tap into that. You're going to feel the love alive. You're going to feel good, and you're going to be able to do this. And for some of you guys, the angels are really helping you right now. They're helping you find your soulmate. They're helping you find love. They're helping you meet people that have the potential to help you. Also, that it's helping you discover your real personal core values. List what's important and meaningful to you right now, because you're going to be liberated from things that aren't. People consuming your time and your resources and everything else, and it's not doing you any good or any favor. So you're able to tap into things in a really magnificent way, which is important. Define what your core values are right now. Pick the 5 top things that define what they mean to you. Example, meaningful work, doing something that empowers you, all of that. And because some of you are going to be liberated from jobs and vocations that just don't work for you and they don't hold any meaning for you, you know? And part of this is positive expectations. You're setting these positive expectations out into the future, saying, listen, I expect these things to arrive for me. I expect love. I expect to feel good. I respect, love and excitement and all of these things, and releasing of burdens and romantic encounters. I'm going to start my own signature style. I'm going to keep in contact with people that matter to me. I'm going to have my home be nice and neat, whatever it is, list what's important and meaningful, because sometimes that's the first, right? What do we identify? What is meaningful to me? I want to have good exchanges with people. I don't want to just talk about all the light and fluffy things. I want to talk about things that are really meaningful and deep, and understand where people are coming from and listening. And you're going to be liberated too from, I feel like, almost burdensome behaviors that that you've acquired and they piss you off and you no longer want to do them. Like, you don't want to eat your feelings anymore when you feel stressed. You don't want to go to the refrigerator and just start chowing down, or overindulging in anything. And again, you don't want to say things flippantly and off the cuff because you're aggravated. You want a time to pause and reflect and say, is this going to do any good by me saying this and lashing out? How is this going to help anyone in any way, shape, or form? And if it doesn't, you're not going to do it, because that weakens our position. When we give away our power to anger or triggers, other people, then they have the upper hand, because we've already, disintegrated to that degree. And, I'm guilty of that myself. Sometimes if I'm really tired and somebody's being antagonistic to me, I'll just fly off. And I know that I can verbally eviscerate somebody if I've just had it with them. And I know what they're doing. And it's like one of those things, and people, they just want attention. And every once in a while I'll do that, and then I'll feel really bad. And that's giving away our power. We have to keep our focus. If you have nothing good to say nothing at that point until you can get grounded and solid, okay? Because you're valuing each part of your life, and you don't need all these crazy indiscretions going around where you said something to some girlfriend or somebody, whether they were being petty or needy or whatever you thought, and then you're thinking, oh, it's another mess I got to put in the dustbin and sort out later, right? You're going to be able to have positive expectations. I'm going to say and do the right things. I'm going to keep my personal power. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to be well directed. Now, part of that has to do with your Imrama, which is, where are you being called to journey to? Because you are on a beautiful liberation mission. Where do you want to go? Again, you're identifying your core values. What is so meaningful? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What has magic and high vibrational energy and makes you feel great? Never feeling alone, because you have spirit all around you, having this unique expression of your true authenticity and identity. And that's it. Not caring what other people think, not giving away your power, not trying to diminish yourself or be ultra humble so other people don't, kind of cast their eye on you and be like, oh, who do they think they are? Just shining your true light. If you're accomplished, be proud of it. And you're going to be more and more accomplished. I feel like you're having all these lovely little touches of genius that you're hitting on. And, share that, spark that spark. You are going to be able to forgive a lot easier, and you're going to feel compassion for others. So even if people are having all these little flares of perceived inadequacy in themselves, which can engender not nice behaviors, right? Competitiveness. They can say things that are unkind because they're not feeling grounded or whatever. You can look above that. And when push comes to shove in the very near future, they are going to be so grateful for you, and you have not lost it on them, because some of your friends might be acting a little sketchy, or family members, and you're feeling in love with a life. So you're going to be able to cherish these friendships. So really beautiful energy, group one. Yeah, you're ready for this journey, and you're going to be partaking in some beautiful magic understandings, a lot of fun secrets coming out, love secrets, baby secrets, secret of what's approaching you, what your core values are that's coming through, and you'll know you're ready as well. So that, you guys, oh, hold on one second. Let me see if I have that close by. Okay, so that's you guys. Oh, also, you guys, I wanted to show, if you hadn't seen in my other thing, I did a few more sets of these because I sold like 2 or 3. So I made more of the clear runes. If you want to go to my Etsy store and check them out, I did them really inexpensively, and they come with a little booklet. I just love them because they also like, they pick up the colors, they land, and they reflect light beautifully, and they're substantial and heavy, and I really like them. So they're in my shop as well, you guys. So that you, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, you guys. Subscribe, and then come on over to my Instagram and win your beautiful emerald ring set. It's a size 8, and you know, each week I do different things, and I just want to give back. You guys love and support and comment and do all these things for me. So since I have time to make things, and I'm making them anyway, I might as well have giveaways, right? So now we're on to number 2, which is manifestation. I'm going to have a quick sip of water. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life now, because write it down on paper. You know, step 1, big time. I found for myself, this kind of identifies it. It kind of certifies it. Sign, seal, deliver, stamps it. You see it. It's in 3D. And I've had so many people say, expert and otherwise, that it really, it's like, it puts that extra turn of the key to open that door for you by writing it down. It means you have intention, you have focus on this, and now you're going to have follow through, and you're going to make it happen. You're going to be feeling really creative. You're going to just feel love, alive, good. You're going to be really in touch with your higher self, which is important, because oftentimes, you know, we'll start comparing ourselves to others, and comparison really kills creativity, because there's room for you. Nobody can do it with your voice, your experience, and your insight. So don't be looking how other people are doing it. A lot of YouTubers do this. A lot of people on Instagram, they're like, oh, this person's getting ahead of more likes, whatever. It doesn't matter how people are going about anything. Like, I'll tell you on my own personal journey, once my husband was just going through like learning about algorithms, and he's like, what is this one YouTuber where all of a sudden they have 10,000 subscribers, and then all of a sudden they disappear? And then he realized that people were actually out there, they like buy likes or some kind of weird thing. And in the end, it was like all the people that had ever done this said it's very harmful in the end, because YouTube knows this, Instagram knows this, and then I guess they penalize these people that were doing this. But he's like, what a weird thing to do. Like, you're going on, you know, you're doing your own thing, and then all of a sudden you're somehow trying to like cheat the system. And I never believe in that, because it's so karmically bad and harmful. And I feel bad that people feel that, you know, you guys have the power to create the life you desire without any shortcuts with this. You're going to manifest like gangbusters without any of that. Let's see what your key is saying. Yeah, dreams, your dreams coming true, you tapping into the magic and abundance and knowing what you want. So please write these down. What do you want to do? What are your core beliefs about yourself right now? Is it that you're capable? Is it that you're deserving? Is it that you're enough? If not, write that down so you know, and you can remind yourself, of course, you're a unique, beautiful individual. I don't care if somebody is physically fit. I don't care if somebody is, you know, intellectually superior in some kind of subject matter. Nobody really does. That's a funny thing. It's like a phantom. It's like a tug of war with a ghost. Everybody has something. And if they have to scream loudly about having that thing, it means they feel they don't have enough or something else, right? You ever meet somebody in the second they have a PhD? That's all you know. They went to Yale. They went to Harvard. They never stop. And when you get to higher academia, it gets really annoying, because wherever campus you're visiting, it's like it becomes competitive warfare, and it just is ridiculous. Nobody cares. It doesn't mean you're a better person. Absolutely not. It's how kind and caring, creative, unique. I love people just because they're authentic. You know, that people that are just themselves, people that are just unique, and people that are constant and loyal and all of that. If they set goals, fine. I don't care if they're successful financially or not. This is, you guys are just going on this lovely internal growth phase. You're on a journey. This is evolution time for you in your dreams, identifying what you want. Family harmony, because you're realizing, listen, just because somebody gives me a little aggro, or we don't share space all the time beautifully, it doesn't mean that I don't love them and they're not awesome. You're going to have a really kind of fruitful, peaceful harvest within your family by saying, I'm going to take a step back and be really observant. This person may be in pain. That might be why they lash out. They may not have understanding of where I'm going. That's why they're not supportive. All of these things, you're going to really be embarking on some kind of new prosperous enterprise. And just because you know you can do it, that's enough. You don't need clarification from anybody else. You don't need a blueprint from them, and you certainly don't need their stamp of approval, because you've got this, right? And new beginnings, real growth state, great true vision time for you guys in a really unique way. Yeah, healing within your family unit, and knowledge, and you're garnering knowledge for what you need to do this, to have this true vision and communicate what you want. But big time self-reliance, you guys, and endurance time for you. You just got it. You're pushing through, you know what you want, and you're not going to stop. It's like you're this beautiful locomotion force. Like, you start going and you're like, I get this. I have the power to do this. I have the understanding to do this. I don't need big wins everywhere. I just don't need to create blocks for myself anymore. And you're healing through that because you're realizing where it was. It's usually doubt, it's usually fear, it's usually remorse. And most likely for me, how it's always been is not present moment awareness. When I check out a reality to go into the past or the future, that's when I miss these great opportunities. That's huge. Trusting that you're going in the right direction and keep going and staying out of conflict and not getting frustrated over silly, stupid things, right? Not thinking somebody's your enemy, all of that stuff. Clear communication. You've really got this. And you're moving into this power phase that is really, really unique and beautiful for sure. I'm going to pull a rune for you too. Now that they're down at the bottom, I'll just pull this one out, because it's right on your number. And this is Berkano, birth, fertility, growth, and new beginning. Absolutely. New ways of doing things, healing, being demonstrative when it calls for it, like standing up for yourself and having boundaries. And again, I often say this, if everything is yes, what does your no mean? How does your no mean anything, right? So you're standing up and just saying, that's enough of that. And I'm not giving away my power, resources, attention to things that aren't rewarding anymore. So really beautiful. Yeah. New. Now trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? If financial wasn't an issue, if, family wasn't an issue, and everything was behind you and working and you could do whatever you want, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you trying that at least, right? This was always my dream that was kind of tucked away, to be doing what I'm doing now and doing it in the way I'm doing it and having autonomy and building this beautiful conglomerate of like-minded tribes people that just love the earth and they want to see it heal, and they love each other, and they want to do things with absolute kindness and love, and providing prosperity for their family and sharing it in turn, because knowledge is total power. Knowledge is very lucrative when it is handled in the right direction, displayed, and deposited in the right areas. So what do you know that you love to know, right? What information do you have? I love everything esoteric and tarot, and the fact that I can share that is so unbelievably cool to me. So what do you love to discuss? And think of ways that could be brought, maybe on social media and things like that. Trust your path. Whatever right now is niggling at you and wants to bring you that way, this lunar eclipse season is going to help you uncover that. And it's going to bring you comfort and joy and pleasure, and a lot of leadership kind of stuff is coming your way too with this knowledge card group too. So beautiful energy, you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Come see me over on Instagram and get in on your wins as well. All my information is down below for that. If you want a private read or anything else, all my links are down below there. Don't forget to press like and subscribe if you're new. Welcome to all the new subscribers, you guys. And I love when people are like, I'm new and I love you or whatever. There was all these cute quotes. I appreciate that so much, and as you guys know, I read every single comment. Sometimes it takes me a few days to reply and heart and read them all, but I read them. It matters what you think, how you're feeling, and how you're doing for sure. So that's you guys. You're manifesting. Do it. Go gangbusters. You got this. Big change in a great way. So gorgeous. So now we're on to number 3, which is magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. It really is. You know what's going on. What do you got here? Journey. Yes, the journey key. And you're on a substantial journey of learning about yourself and knowing the mysteries, the secrets, your abilities. A lot of you guys have a lot of intuitive information, and you're wondering, I've had people ask me this too, how do I know it's spirit? How do I know it's this? How do I know what's going on? And I'm going to create a video on that, like how I can differentiate between my own voice and spirit's voice. And oftentimes it is a tool. That's why I have keys. It is a certain tool that unlocks that and just throws that door wide open. For me, it definitely is tarot and oracle cards. For sure. And things like runes and pendulums and all of that. But oftentimes I'm just driving around and having full on conversations with, some of my ancestors. It just happens. I just pretend I'm on Bluetooth so I don't look crackers as hell, but it is what it is, and it's like this magical gateway is going to kind of open up and your intuition is going to be on fire. It's like sun, success, goals, realize dreams, honors, all of this is coming in. Part of this is due to wisdom that's going to come through this and a rebirth. Like, let's start with wisdom. It's you knowing that when we think with that beautiful heart space and we turn that key and we ask, hey, Spirit, can you come join me and give me some help and some pointers and some direction and all of this? And you're going to have insights, true vision on where you should go and what you should do. And it's kind of a rebirth where, oh my God, how in the world did I ever think that this was important? Owning this, saying this, seeming this way was ever important, when the truth is, when we are our authentic self, we feel balanced. We're inclusive, and we're having self-care, and we're talking, and we're observant, and we are living in the present moment with all 5 senses on fire, alive, and firing on all cylinders. That's what matters. We are tasting that food. We are smelling those flowers. We're feeling, I love to feel the texture of animal fur and just like luxuriate in that for a moment, right? No more conflict, no more reactivity, no more defensiveness. This is about trustworthiness. This is about feeling shielded, being protected, all of that, feeling good and feeling, the divine presence around us. So I'm going to pull a rune from the corner for you guys. Beautiful. You have Laguz, this is water, power of renewal, dreams, fantasies, things really coming through for you. Whatever you thought was like almost unreachable just kind of shows up at your doorstep out after this eclipse, because you're manifesting it. You're using the law of attraction. You're letting go of doubt, fear, and any of those things, anxiety, all the stuff that clutters and clouds our path to what we want. So the flow, this is, definitely flow, just coming through and easing your way, and harmony and teamwork and balance and inspiration, and again, your true vision and where you're going and what you want to accomplish really beautifully. Again, no more like guesswork. It's there, whatever is a beautiful mystery, it's like you're starting to see into it. It's like you have that extra kind of gear in your intuition that's like, absolutely, this is a good choice. Absolutely should go in this direction. This is trustworthy. This notion will work, all of that. And you're going to have really good endurance when it comes to seeing your visions through and having things occur for you in a really beautiful way. Part of that is you're rising above the problems. Everybody else's petty little garbage going on. You're not getting sucked into the news. Yes, the world has areas of hot spots, upheaval, misfortunes everywhere. But guess what? If we're enveloped into that so deeply, we're not seeing some of the beautiful things that are happening, like this, what was going on with NASA and the launch and all this beautiful, magnificent stuff that happens. What are you focusing on? Rising above this so you can see solutions, so you can see the brightness, so you can endure and feel good and all of that, because you really are pushing through this magical gateway and going, I wish I existed in this head and heart space earlier. It would have saved me so much, right? I say this all the time to myself when I get in my car, so I don't get anxiety about people driving like a lunatics. I say life is easy and simple. Today is easy and simple. Everything is easy and simple. I just say that because it is. My best days is when I keep it simple. When I get on there, I throw on a t-shirt, I throw on a skirt, put on my freaking Toms, get in the car, one bag, one hat, everything. I'm not cluttered. It's not extra. It's just simple. And then I do one thing at a time. Okay, I have to go to the post office. How easy and simple is that? I got to stop and pick up some cream or coffee. How simple is that? Life is as complicated or simple as we make it. So this is about simplifying too. Treating your heart better, treating your body, staying hydrated, getting a glass of water. How simple, right? You are really making great strides. Great strides. You guys, I mean, there's going to be so much internal growth and like force behind you just going and being propelled in this beautiful flow of accomplishment without so much effort that you used to have to put in, because you're not being dissuaded, you're not needing validation, and you're certainly not being set off course by self-doubt, because you're just ready for it. You're ready to handle anything, and tell yourself that I'm capable, I'm worthy, and I can handle anything, and then you certainly can. So beautiful energy, group 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. I love this key too. It looks like it goes to something, some kind of like crazy engine. And comment down below if you like the keys and the charms and stuff. I'm trying some new extra things for y'all. And don't forget to go over to Instagram and come try to win your ring. And I'm going to have all kinds of fun other stuff. Every week I do something. And, you know, I like to give back. And you guys are amazing. So thank you for your love and support. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you need a private read or anything else, all my links are down below. Love and light, you guys.